Hello, this is Sheshachala from Astroguide Mysore, and today we are discussing combination of two planets in Kendras, and we have come till Mercury and Venus. So today we'll be discussing an excellent combination of Mercury and Venus, both fast-moving planets, both are flamboyant, creative, versatile. So what happens when such a strong Raja Yoga causing combination falls in the kendras, particularly the first, the fourth, the seventh, and the 10th houses. So, when it is strong and well placed in the first house, the person will be very knowledgeable and sharp witted. Knowledge in the Shastras, scriptures, and skills like problem solving can both get associated with Venus and Mercury, because as I was talking in my earlier class, I think in one class I have told about this. There is a very subtle difference between what is skill and what is talent. Skill is what you know, and you know how to do something. Talent is to know how to implement it, when to implement it, and how much to do. So it is not that it's something like it is something like this, that a sportsperson would not want to break the world record in his national tour. So he will do a normal performance there. He will even get his gold medal for his country inside his national arena. But when he comes to the world arena, he will put extra strength. So that is a talent. That is, unnecessarily a person will not overdo or show off his skill everywhere. So that talent of becoming an outstanding person amongst the same sort of skilled persons is there in this combination. Like, out of all the electricians, you go to a particular electrician because you think that that guy does his job better than the others. It's the same electrical work. Everybody is doing the same electrical work, but that guy does the better job. So why do you choose it? That is what we know nowadays. We have reviews and ratings. So a highly rated, skilled person is what is Mercury and Venus when it is posited in the first house. Anyway, we know that Venus is beauty and Mercury is brains, the intelligence. So, beauty and the brains put together looks good, handsome, or beautiful, depending on is he or she is she. Very fortunate and has good health, strong tendency towards logical interpretations and problem solving. So this is one big signification which is derived out of this combination, which can make the person an advocate, an advisor, or a counselor to a particular zone or particular area of job. So in the second kendra, that is the fourth house, when we have a strong, let me go back to the first house placement with weak placements, with weak Venus and or a weak Mercury, let us say combust or having Saturn. Let me talk about that. This is very important. There will be issues of self confidence, lack of confidence. These people lack the will and capability to fight situations. They are impatient, panic stricken, and always in anxiety mode. So, this is a tough combination to be in a bad mode, that is, in a weaker state. So, going to the fourth house, that is the second Kendra, Shukra is the Karaka for the fourth house, Sukha Karaka, Sukha Sthana Karaka, Shukra. He is the one who has to bestow all the luxuries, the conveyances, the facilities, etc., 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 all the materialistic benefits what a person would want to have in life. And he is also the quotient of happiness with regard to gaining and acquiring all these, houses, the labha from the houses, that is getting money from the houses, rental income, etc. So if it is strongly posited, this is one of the best positions. This is one of the strongest combination in the fourth house, as Venus is the karaka, or the signifier of the fourth house, for conveyances, facilities, house, luxury, health, and also health to mother. But with all this lot of money, these people would want to live under one roof as a family. They want an extended family to be with them. So these people don't want to live alone. They want to always want to live with, their own family members very close to each other, because these people love that attention, social gathering, and so many other things which they would want to get into this type of continuous celebrations and festivities. So they love to have family together, because when you can understand that when you people, when relatives meet, it is like a gala party, always trying to have a good time. So these people want to have a good time every day. So they love to have family, children, tradition, culture, so many things associated with their home, their household. So going to the seventh house, which is the third Kendra, very charming and most wanted, romantic and handsome personality in the crowd. Strong combination. If it is perfectly posited, it is one of the best Satkalatra yogas one can have. Problem is, if Mercury and Venus become retro, or any one of them become retro, and there is a strong negative like Rahu sitting along with it, promiscuous nature cannot be ruled out. They can unnecessarily, go out of ethical boundaries and do something which is not required. So we'll have many relationships and associations with the opposite gender. But this combination, when strongly posited, can make a person excellent in business, high creative ideologies, and will give him success very soon in life. As a young prodigy, also, people can go into movies, acting, podcasts, YouTubers. You can see many people who are having no fear while talking with in stage, or on stage, or in public. These people can become excellent public relations officers, marketing executives, or top leaders, where they can preach, teach, and speak. Communication is the key to success for these people. But if it is wrongly posited, these people can con anybody so easily. They can manipulate so easily. They can tell lies just like that out of the, it's like, books of pages of lies, sentence after sentence. It keeps flowing so fluently for them. So it is like a slide. So this is either this side or that side, or once again, this combination also. These people can be a strong, have strong influential support from political circles. So going to the 10th house, one of the strongest position in the 10th house, once again, because for the Kali Yuga, Mercury becomes the Karaka, or the signifier, for the 10th house. So why is Mercury a Karaka for the 10th house in the Kali Yuga? Is because Kali, the Yuga itself is ruled by Kali, where manipulation, cunningness, trying to take advantage of others' innocence itself is ruling. It is ruling. That is, there is a sentence, an adage in our language, which means that until there are dumb duffers or dull fellows, there is no problem for the intelligent. The intelligent can live over them, or, you can call them saprophytes, parasites, or pests in the society, because they are taking advantage of innocent people. But I am telling you, that is Kali Yuga. You need to be aware, cautious of your surroundings. You need to protect your surroundings. This is not the Treta Yuga or Rama's period that you can keep your doors open and sleep without any worry, and you can keep your money and gold and jewelry just like that on the table. You can't do that. Why do you have so much of protection nowadays? You go to the you go to some places, even in the sub-Saharan places or the Saharan deserts. There are no doors. There is just a small, or there are some leaves or something. They have put a screen. Why the door is required? There is nothing inside to steal. The concept of acquiring money, the concept of jewelry, the concept of having some storage with us came because of the position of these types of planets, or because of the selfishness of the Kali Yuga. But it has to be done nowadays because there is no other go. Because there are people who are there around you who are always trying to take advantage of your ignorance or innocence. So that is the planet, that is Mercury, which a little tainted Mercury in the 10th house can cause a huge manipulative native. So he can see, if it is well placed, he can be good in electronics, engineering, subjects of analysis and logic, or what we call as actuarial science. He can be an advisor or a strong advocate. He will have knowledge in policy making. Such a great combination in the 10th house if it is not tainted or not having any malefic influence. He will make his own space in the society by due of his virtue of skills and versatility. So he can suddenly get fame due to creative startups. So this is a very, very strong placement if positively posited in the 10th house. Negatively, I have spoken so much about the Kali Yuga and what Mercury can do. So when we are discussing about Mercury and Venus, we need to understand the Karakatvas, the significations of the planets individually. I have done in detail. I was just going through one of my own classes today, because we were documenting it into some written document, so that we can shift it into other languages so that it will help other people. So my wife was doing some documentation of the Ketu, the Rahu. I have spoken volumes about it. It's not that it is all of my knowledge that I have spoken there. It is those that have been derived from centuries and kept in books as repositories of knowledge. I have taken some part of it and have delivered it on YouTube as a talk. So I will be attaching today two videos. One is about the significations of Ketu, the other one is about the significations of Rahu. Please go through those videos. You will understand the depth of astrology, what Indian science, Indian astrological science had from millennia, thousands of years. Thank you very much for today's class.